What do you guys think? Were you into the Zoom era of hyperpop? A weird time back in 2020 and 2021. Cool fundraiser. Black Manosphere's favorite white girl? Oh no. Austin in the UK. Oh. Seemed like the best day for everybody. Some people are problems. Let's talk candidly about sponsors.
I might just be the worst businessman in the world. When it comes to this channel, I haven't done a merch drop in a year and a half just because I forget that I can. I turn off mid-roll ads on all of my videos. I don't want you guys sitting through mid-roll ads. I don't want to sit through them. And I've ignored hundreds of sponsor emails. The only one I did was Elden Ring, and that's just because I love the Souls games. And I was like, hell yeah, I'll do this. But even then I told them, I'm like, I'm not reading the script, just let me do whatever the hell I want. And then I uploaded it without their approval. Like I didn't send it to them first, which was probably a dumb move, but it worked out. People liked the video. But yeah, I don't run this channel like a business, and I'm gonna keep it that way. I wanna put the art and creativity first. I wanna make what I wanna make in the least annoying way possible. And thank you for watching and allowing me to do that. It's been such a gift to do that. But when I do think about the money, I realize I've probably taken a pretty significant L when it comes to profit. I probably could have made 10 times as much, 20 times as much.
I will say that I'll back that up for sure. Joel Haver, if you don't know, Joel Haver, however you say his name, he is a brilliant comedian, filmmaker, just artist in general. And if he's telling the truth about this and he really hasn't monetized as well as he could, he really is like SNL has stolen ideas from this man. So he could be making a shitload of money off of his comedy if he wanted to.
Money if I was a little more business minded. And that's okay. My Patreon is great. That's a great way to offset that. So thank you, all you Patreon supporters, for helping me just do what I want to do. But the longer I sit and wrestle with that thought that I could have made more money, the more I realize that there are so many people I love and care about in my life who could use that money. And if I just took a hit to my artistic integrity every now and then, I could just get that money and give it to the people in my life and help people. True. And I really want to do that. I don't want to be Mr. Beast. I don't want my content to be about that, but I want to do that. But before I do that, I have a quick bone to pick with sponsors, because I think their brains are a little bit dummy-brained. The main thing that turned me off from doing ads, and I've never been turned on since, is that they insist on this stupid, asinine 60 to 90 second ad read. I don't know if they know this, and I'm sorry if I'm blowing the cover for everyone, but we skipped that part of the video, and it's annoying. It bloats the content. It bloats everything. If you're relaxing on your couch watching YouTube, you gotta lean and get the remote. And
he's absolutely right. He's so true. If you guys, I mean, now, by the way, huge thank you to my employer for paying me properly. If you don't have an employer that's paying you properly, get one and let the employer that's not paying you know that you're leaving because of unfair pay. But now that I've been paid, we got YouTube Premium back. We're not going to watch any more commercials on YouTube, but we will see plenty of mid-roll ads. We will see plenty of ad reads in videos. And Joel's dead on. We usually skip right through them. If we can find the timestamp where they end, we're just going to skip the mid-roll ads, or not the mid-roll ads, but the ad reads. So Joel's dead on. Like it's not a smart way to do a sponsorship.
Skip ahead. I sounded like an old man right there. But it's just the worst way to market. You're approaching creative, talented people who know how to make stuff, and you're telling them to just sit and do an ad read. You're telling them to sit in front of their camera and completely kill the momentum and completely kill the audience's attention. Yeah, they're being sucked out of it. I mean, I feel like some of the least qualified people in this world for their job are marketing people. It's so easy to market. You look at the Geico commercials. Of course, they get like the 15% blah.
He's got a point. It is easy to market in today's framework of marketing. It's going to be trickier, and I think that it'll be a good way to move forward for brands to find basically like an advertising liaison, someone who's going to go to creators, actually watch their content, not just look at the numbers. Because a lot of times what's happening now is people are just looking at the numbers going, okay, this person has, 30K views on them, so maybe we'll give them this much money to do an ad read that's this long. But instead of watching the numbers and doing it that way, what they should be doing is looking at the creator's content. I know that requires that you pay someone a little bit more money so that they actually spend the time to educate themselves on the creators that you're sponsoring. But they should be doing that. Because if an advertiser watched Joel Haver's content, they could then be like, okay, this is what Joel does best. This is what he's really funny at. This is his style of humor. And then they could either write up an ad read, or they could say, hey, Joel, we want an ad read that's like this. And if you could write it up in your style, we know what your style is now, because they're actually familiar with it.
Blah, blah thing out there, so you get what they're selling. But ultimately, they're just goofy and fun. The cavemen, the money stack thing that they did, the Geico lizard guy, gecko, I think. But they have these iconic things that people like, even though they're a corporation. People grow endeared to that idea, and then when they go to get car insurance, they're like, ooh, caveman, I like that guy. Or the Old Spice Tim and Eric commercials. Those are like so ingrained in our memories because it's such a style. It's such an insane left field thing. If I could just get on a camera and yell, VPN, and just throw a bunch of explosions behind me and then cut back to the video, that'd be fun.
I like that he beeped it because NordVPN didn't pay for this video. Like, don't say Nord for free.
Funny, I would do that because that's silly and goofy, and you see this every now and then. My Elden Ring video is a great example. I wish more people would come at me from that angle, like, just do your thing, we trust you. But Internet Historian does some fun ones with VPN. I've seen some ones that I should censor these names so I don't give them free advertising. But anyways, just let creative people be creative. It seems so obvious to me. You're getting the cheapest commercial in the world made for you. If these companies want to produce a commercial.
And this is the thing, is I think a lot of advertising executives and marketing executives, they want to be creators very badly. They want to help in the ad reading. They want to help in writing the ad read. They want to help in creating the ad read in some way, because they want to feel like they're an artist. But in reality, if you're working in marketing and advertising, you are going to act as a liaison. You're not going to be the artist unless you're literally an artist who's designing, ads. But if you're just a liaison from a company to a YouTuber or to a Twitch streamer, then your job should be pretty easy. Your job should not be writing and creating things for them. Your job should be looking at what they've created and then having them create things that are, on par with it for your company.
Of any capacity. It costs them hundreds of thousands of dollars through production teams, millions of dollars sometimes, and you're having somebody at home just make something for you. Just let them make something. Maybe every now and then you get a bad one. Maybe somebody makes something that's just not that great. Your loss is still better than your ad read. Just stop insisting on creators doing these ad read, scripted nonsense, baloney, bullshit.
Let them make what they're doing.
Shit.
Yeah, let them make what they're doing. Even if they're like a gaming creator. Like if you go to Cypher PK and you want him to do an ad read, have him do something. It doesn't necessarily have to be Fortnite related, but have him do something Cypher PK related so that his fans aren't immediately just like, okay, this has nothing to do with the content. We're going to go ahead and skip this ad. If you want, you can actually make it to where the ad read is integrated into people's comments in a way that we aren't going to skip it. It's going to be part of their content. So we're not going to skip it because it's not just them sitting in front of a camera reading the same ad read that you wrote for 6 other YouTubers,
Dipshit. I guess the point of this video is to just be fully transparent. If you do see sponsors going forward, just know that money is going to people who need it in my life. I'm not keeping the money for myself. Beyond what I need.
Joel, even if you are keeping the money for yourself, good on you, man. You are a freaking genius creator. You deserve to be successful in life. If you let that that money go to good causes, that's even better. But even if you're just using that money to make yourself more comfortable so that you can be in a better creative space, the people who love you and love your content will be more than appreciative of that.
To pay the taxes on it, of course, or else I'd be taking a big loss. But and the only exception will be if I do a big dedicated animation like I did for Elden Ring, because that took like a month to animate. So in that case, I will need to keep the money to justify that amount of time spent on it. But beyond that, sponsors are for other people, but I'm not Mr. Beast. I'm not going to point the camera at people as I give them the money. It's not like that. But I just wanted to put this out there so that's clear. And for my own sake, it feels good that you guys know that. I hope this video felt worth watching. I hope it wasn't just a pointless sidetrack. But I love you guys. Have a nice day.
It was good. Actually, hold on, wait. Let's finish it because I just realized we didn't actually finish it. Hey, what a great pause screen. Hold on, it goes to right here.
You guys know that. I hope this video felt worth watching. I hope it wasn't just a pointless sidetrack. But I love you guys. Have a nice day. Also, if you were wondering where I am at a hotel for my cousin's wedding. Have a nice day.
Yay. Happy cousin's wedding. I don't know why I had to go back for that, but I just wanted to make sure that I didn't cut off Joel because maybe he had something really important to say there. But I will say that whole video was pretty important and good, and it should go without saying that. What the fuck? It should go without saying that if you are a genius creator on par with someone like Joel Haver, like telling us ethically where your money is going, that makes sense. I can see, especially if you're like, oh, a lot of people are supporting me on Patreon and then they're watching my ad reads and all this stuff. But yeah, like I don't feel like we have to justify where our money goes anymore because most of us seem to know that like if you're giving money to someone who is a good creator, you're supporting their creations. That's all it is. You don't necessarily have to worry about what it's doing for corporations unless you're watching the ad reads, unless you know exactly what corporations it's going to. I don't know. I'm stoned. I'm rambling now. What should we watch? Doja Cat.
Look, we got to talk about Doja Cat. She has been drawing some attention lately in the lead up to her next project, the next era or chapter of her career, talking about how essentially she's not going to be making another pop album. Next album may be more rap oriented, which personally,
that's okay with me.
I don't really mind the idea of that direction because I think Doja Cat is a pretty good rapper. And
dude, she's like a prolific rapper, to be honest. When you hear her like write some shit down and then spit it, you're like, damn. Not just like because of what she writes is decent. Like she's not the best writer in the world, but her delivery is so on point every single time. Doja Cat's a fucking badass.
I think it's a part of her, talent utility belt that she doesn't utilize enough on her albums. It's often the rap cuts that I am drawn the most to. And while a lot of the pop hits that she generates are very good, many of her records so far have been filled with these very kind of bland, atmospheric, trappy, soulless, flavorless songs that don't really bring a whole lot to the table. Tracks that, frankly, for someone at her level of eccentricity, I think are just beneath her. I've been thinking this, I've been saying this, and any signal from her that she's trending in a different direction is exciting news to me. Now, I think she hinted toward that even harder today when she went onto Twitter to say that her last two records were not only mediocre pop, but she categorized them as cash grabs, meaning she wasn't even trying and just sold her soul to make these records and didn't even care, just kind of pooped them out. Yeah, just completely obliterating her last two records, which frankly earned her the very passionate and very just ride or die fan base for her that she has today. So yeah, this is a pretty damning thing to say about very popular, very successful, very career defining albums. And there could be a lot of reasons as to why she's putting this message out there. There's been some speculation among fans that because she is readying everyone for a stylistic shift here. She's kind of slagging these albums and trashing them and saying they're awful so that people don't necessarily expect the next record to sound like those albums at all, and maybe even put their love of those records out of their minds because those records weren't really her, and she wasn't really trying, and she wasn't really passionate. Those albums weren't really coming from her core, which, I mean, could potentially be true. Pink and Planet Her, again, as I've said, I think have a lot of...
I just went to check on Major, and someone in Major's chat just goes, "I need to come." Like, all right then, buddy, you better get on it. Go ahead and get that work done, I guess.
Generic and very non-specific songs on them. Not every track. I think there are some bangers, and I think there are some good hits on those projects, but the bulk of the material there, I just think doesn't really have the weirdo creative flair that Doja Cat seems to embody in so many other aspects of her public presentation and her art. Sometimes it feels like the music is where she's playing it safest. So while there may be a marketing element to this, it is within the realm of...
Actually, I feel that too, because like she's willing to do all kinds of things with her outfit. She's willing to do all kinds of things with her image. The shit that she's posting recently has been really interesting. She's gotten into like the art and aesthetic of Satanism kind of deal, which is, I think, kind of cool. I don't want to say a phase. It's an era that a lot of artists go through when they start discovering like Crowleyism and all that shit. And like, I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about it spiritually, but on the artistic side, it usually always creates some really awesome art. So I'm just here for it. And I agree with Anthony completely that the music is where she's been playing it the safest.
Possibility that what Doja Cat is saying here is true, but there is kind of a kicker here specifically for me, because I'm wondering if you didn't try on these albums and these records were just like crappy, mediocre pop, why were you so freaking pissed at me when I didn't like Pink? You went on a whole freaking rant about me on Instagram Live, and you said you were gonna piss in my cereal over like what? Over an album that you can't even get behind now, and you didn't even like.
You didn't try?
And look, it's not about what she said or my personal feelings. I don't give a shit if Doja Cat...
Yeah, if you guys can't tell, these are like Anthony Fantano, for one, is very pragmatic in his view of the way this whole thing is going down. Not just this whole situation, but in the grand scheme of things, as far as his music reviews are concerned, he's just putting out his opinion on some music. He said openly many, many times, if you don't like my opinion, if you feel like the song that I just said was shit is really, really good, that's totally fine. This is just his opinion. And likewise, I don't think that I think Doja Cat probably feels very, or felt very strongly about the album that she had put out, because no matter what, even if you don't necessarily emotionally identify with the work anymore, you put a shitload of work into an album, so I can understand that too. But it's probably not as serious as it seems. It's not drama.
Cat does another Instagram Live where she says that she'll piss in my vegan cereal again, or do whatever to me. I don't care. Again, that's not the point. Ultimately, it makes me wonder, if you didn't care about these records and they meant essentially nothing to you, why would you try to stand up and defend them? Did you feel differently at the time when you actually had put those records out and put in the work and made them? Is this idea that they were just mediocre cash grab pop projects that you weren't really invested in, is this like a recent development? I don't know. At least at the time, it seemed like you were pretty invested in the success of those projects, which, I mean, you know, you made them and you sung on them, and I'm sure you took part in writing them, and on top of it, I'm sure it required like a lot of work on your part. In one sense, I do want to believe that those records essentially just kind of meant nothing, so that I can get, you know, even more excited for the prospect of Doja Cat like maybe blowing us away with like a totally out there, wild, crazy, creative, hard, you know, kind of rap project. Yeah, I want to think that, I want to feel that, but again, at the time when these records came out, it seemed like Doja was really riding for her work here, and she's entitled to do that and want to do that. It seemed like Doja, you know, really wanted people to enjoy the project? And why would you want people to enjoy a project that you yourself don't even enjoy? I suppose there's also the matter of this tweet being such a deep and aggressive insult to Doja's fans who have really like loved her and supported her up until this point. To insinuate that they're like, you know, stupid and assholes just because they like the music that maybe you kind of phoned in on, and you know, you were just like kind of going along with it for the money and, you know, the pop charts. It's pop music. It's meant to appeal widely. It's meant to hit. It's meant to capture the hearts and minds of many people so that it can maximize profit. And while yes, there are some Doja Cat tracks, deep cuts on her records that I think are bland, like the hits and the standout moments, I think had personality and flavor, and I think her fans gravitated toward that. And regardless of how ride or die they are for the music, they still love and are fans of you, and to insinuate that they're stupid and beneath you, and
I don't know that I got that from that. I feel like if anything, this opinion here at the end of the video, this would cause more drama than any of his reviews, if that makes sense. Like, he's not, because reviewing the art, especially if she's just phoning it in, or if she doesn't feel particularly emotionally attached to it anymore, that's like one thing. But don't call it out on the fans. I don't think that she's necessarily calling the fans stupid or saying that there's anything wrong with the fans. She's saying like she herself doesn't feel emotionally attached to the music that she made before. And I don't think that has to take away from the fans that are emotionally attached. You know what I mean? Like if you liked, I don't know, Kiss Me More or whatever, she's not saying you're stupid. She's just saying like that's not her style of music right now. It's not what she's feeling, and she's gonna make something a little different moving forward. That's what I got from that anyway. But
I don't know, we're just like kind of duped into liking you in the first place. I think I don't know, is pretty terrible, honestly. Like the end result could
it's hard to be duped into liking someone. Either someone is likable or they're not, and it's very tricky. It's rare that someone is so fake that you're actually tricked into liking them. I don't know. Weird take from Anthony today. Rare Anthony L, maybe.
only be you making your fans feel bad, and I feel like they, I don't know, don't really deserve that. But yeah, you guys are the best. Let me know in the comments. Mwah. Love you. Over here next to my head, it's another video you can check out. Hit that up, or a link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Doja Cat, forever.
That video was called Doja Cap, though, which is a little different. You know what I mean? What did I do? Wait, what if I grab... Yeah, I know what to do. You guys can see the whole ass screen. That there. No, because that doesn't work, right? Because then there's a whole bunch of weird space. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do face cam on this with chat and everything. I don't want to take up too much space. I want you guys to be able to see what you're saying. Get me. Oh my god, he has a face. I do have a face today. I'm not fully awake, but here I am. the face exists. I just figure if I'm gonna say some stuff that's opinionated, I might as well show my face, because you can't be a little gummy worm having strong opinions. Masterpiece that almost ended the gorillas. If it wasn't an hour and 23 minutes, we would watch that. Sometime we will. Someday when it's not a work day, I will do deep dives on videos that look good, that are up to like 3 or 4 hours, but oh no. I feel like unban request is a really good like social commentary. You know what I mean? check out Ludwig's unbans.
Boys, if you guys aren't familiar, I have 709 people who are banned in my chat requesting to be unbanned. The number of people actually banned is currently floating around a few thousand. Every single day, new people get banned and new people request to get banned. The reasons are varied, but the obvious thing to do is review these cases with the knowledge and power that my Twitch chat has and make informed decision on whether they should stay in the community or exit for life. The jurors in this situation, my Twitch chat, you guys will decide whether we keep them or kick them. I am simply a judge, more actually really a litigator who will give you the info and let you know. The plaintiff, as the defendants, will try to defend themselves. Let's get to it, starting with case 1. The case of Yachiru. They got banned without ever typing in my chat and said, hey man, I got banned from doing nothing. There wasn't anything. And if there was, I apologize, but like, I don't see where. No mod comments either. They were banned on May 15th by me? May 15th was the day he got banned. If we trace this back on my YouTube channel, which I upload daily on, we can clearly find that I did a Ludwig gives money to small streamers video about 9 months ago. It was my first time doing it. I originally tried doing it offline. That's in October. Wait, this one? No.
Look at that.
Possibly be. I think this was an accidental ban. I think I might have just fucked up.
Well, hello there, beautiful human being. How are you doing on this beautiful day? I'm doing very well. Thank you very much, Xenon Madsen. I just decided to bust out my face cam, so I appreciate you.
I have literally no idea why I got banned. I came into stream. Slime banned fart shit. Banned by Slime 3 months earlier. Oh. Hey, Slime, I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit. I'm horny as fuck, man. I'm freak-like.
he's doing the quote.
I'll just type it back to him. It's great. Ban me, pussy bitch. Ban me, pussy bitch. Name, banned from Ludwig. Waited over a year for this unban request. I hope you can make a little content out of it. Anyways, it's been amazing seeing you grow. I've been a YouTube frog for a little over 2 years and have been catching some Twitch streams on my main account for a year and a half. So I thought it was amazing to see.
Thank you, Xenon.
Ludwig was really wholesome, and congrats to Cutie for putting it together. I know I'm not your friend. I hope. What is this? This is so wholesome. This is such a roundabout way to do this. This is literally like murdering someone to go to jail to thank the bailiff for his community service. Bailiff, I've been seeing what you've been doing from the sidelines, and I robbed that bank.
I'm also like super congested today, so if I start blowing my nose and getting gross, I might turn my cam back off. I don't know.
From those people and stab that man. Just tell you you've been doing great. People are weird. This is weird.
I appreciate you guys liking the look, even though I currently feel like shit.
It is weird to do this, but it's very wholesome. Why'd you wait a year as well? They literally waited a full calendar year. Do I unban or do I keep them banned? It's almost like this beautiful time capsule that maybe should keep banned. I'll let you guys vote. I think they might want to be banned, chat.
I would ban them. I would keep them banned. Yeah.
And let them die a hero instead of live.
Holy shit, Tandyman420, thank you for the follow.
With the name banned from Ludwig.
Yeah, best check it out. You're on the screen.
The year of work put into this, and appreciate everything that was put into it.
Can we get small enough? No.
And stretch it out any farther.
Wait, let's just go the exact same size as Ludwig.
GM Hess, lol.
And I can know.
Nipple clamps. Fittertrine. Ludwig W. No.
What up, Tandyman?
Fuck that bitch. She's probably sucking dick in some alley now.
Whoa.
I have no idea how I got banned, actually.
Thought really?
There was something called
free speech.
Yeah. You do have freedom of speech. You can say it. It's not freedom from consequence. You're banned from a Twitter.
Sorry, you tuned in at just the wrong moment. What up, what up? Let's see. Music videos. What should we do? So excited. I'm so happy to see you guys. Oh, at 10 a.m. What time is it now? It's 10:06. What the fuck? It should be out. Oh, it is out.